Alana Ladd Sr. He was the cool blonde hero of the silver screen, the guy in Shane, a name everyone knew back in the day. But what about his children? Did they follow his famous footsteps, or did they find their own way? Their paths might just surprise you, and one of them secretly shaped movies you absolutely love. Number 3. Alana Ladd Jr. Born on October 22, 1937, or Laddie, as he was known, was Alan Sr.'s oldest son. And you might think he became an actor too, right? Nope. Laddie chose a different path, one that would make him arguably even more influential in Hollywood than his famous father. But most people have never even heard of him. His relationship with his dad was, in his own words, basically non-existent, sparse. Maybe seeing his father's intense public life made him wary of the spotlight. Instead of stepping in front of the camera, Laddie worked behind the scenes. He started as a talent agent in 1963, then moved to London, producing films independently. He was learning the ropes, building his own reputation. The real magic started when Laddie joined 20th Century Fox in 1973, becoming president of the film division by 1976. Now here's where the story gets wild. A young filmmaker named George Lucas came to him with an idea for a space adventure. The Fox board wasn't thrilled. The budget was $10 million. But Laddie had seen Lucas's earlier film, American Graffiti, and he believed in the filmmaker. This is what made Laddie special. He often bet on the person. George Lucas himself said, "Without Laddie, there would be no Star Wars." He didn't understand what Star Wars was about, but he believed in me and supported my vision. Laddie, in his typical quiet way, later said his biggest contribution was keeping my mouth shut and standing by the picture. That little space adventure became Star Wars. It changed movies forever. And Laddie was the guy who gave it the green light. He did make one tiny oversight, though, giving Lucas the merchandising rights instead of a big raise. A decision that made Lucas an unimaginable fortune. But Star Wars wasn't his only bold move. At Fox, Laddie also backed films like Alien, launching another huge franchise. Young Frankenstein, Mel Brooks's comedy masterpiece. Norma Ray, earning Sally Field her first Oscar. The Rocky Horror Picture Show, the ultimate cult classic. That's an incredible lineup. After Fox, Laddie co-founded the Ladd Company in 1979. They made some fantastic films, Chariots of Fire, 1981, which won Best Picture, Blade Runner, 1982, Ridley Scott's sci-fi classic. It wasn't a huge hit at first and was expensive, but Laddie backed it. Today, it's iconic. Body Heat, 1981, a steamy neo-noir. The Right Stuff, 1983, an epic about the first astronauts. Police Academy, 1984, a surprise comedy hit. Making these movies wasn't always easy. Ambitious films were expensive, and even with hits, the Ladd Company faced money troubles. It's a tough business. Laddie then moved to MGM UA in 1985, eventually becoming chairman and CEO. He was involved in hits like Moonstruck, A Fish Called Wanda, Rain Man, another Best Picture winner, and Thelma and Louise. Think about that amazing ending of Thelma and Louise. Laddie fought to keep it. He also suggested making Ripley an alien, a woman. His time at MGM got complicated when a controversial financier, Giancarlo Peretti, bought the studio. It was chaotic. Eventually, Peretti was ousted, and Laddie took over as CEO of MGM Pathé in 1991, trying to stabilize the struggling studio. But the debt was too much, and in 1993, he was dismissed. As part of his deal, though, he got to take 2 film projects with him. This could have been the end, but Laddie was resilient. He restarted the Ladd Company with Paramount Pictures, and one of those projects he took from MGM, a film called Braveheart, starring Mel Gibson. In 1996, Braveheart won Best Picture. Alana Ladd Jr. won an Oscar as a producer. His acceptance speech was famously short. "I'd like to thank my family, thank you." Many saw it as sweet justice. Laddie himself quipped he should have thanked the company that ousted him for letting him take the project. The re-established Ladd Company made more films like the Brady Bunch movie and Ben Affleck's directorial debut, Gone Baby Gone, 2007. Alan Ladd Jr. passed away in 2022 at 84. The films he touched got over 150 Oscar nominations and 50 wins. His daughter, Amanda Ladd Jones, made a documentary. Laddie, the man behind the movies, calling him the most influential movie executive you never heard of. He was known for his quiet style, integrity, and belief in filmmakers. Number 2, Alana Ladd. Alan Ladd Sr.'s daughter with his second wife, Agent Sue Carroll, was Alana Susan Ladd, born in 1943 in Hollywood. Growing up with a movie star dad and an agent mom, Hollywood was just life. Like many kids of stars, Alana tried acting. She was an uncredited little girl in Shane and had a few credited roles in the early 1960s like Guns of the Timberland, 1960, and Young Guns of Texas, 1962. She also did a couple of TV guest spots. Her acting career was short, mainly when she was in her late teens. It seems like it might have been something she explored rather than a lifelong passion. The pressure of being Alan Ladd's daughter on camera must have been intense. In 1965, Alana married Michael Jackson, not the pop star, but a British-born radio commentator well known in Los Angeles. They were married for nearly 50 years until Alana passed away. This choice and her brief acting career suggest she wanted a life connected to Hollywood, but with its own space. Alana and Michael had 3 children, Alan, Elisa, and Devon, and she became a grandmother. It sounds like she embraced a more private life, focused on her family. Around 2001, Alana suffered a stroke that limited her mobility. She dealt with this serious health issue for over a decade, mostly away from the public eye, showing quiet strength. Alana Ladd Jackson passed away on November 23, 2014, at 71. Number 1. David Ladd, born in 1947, was the son of Alan Ladd Sr. and Sue Carroll. His mom, Sue Carroll, was a former actress turned super agent who managed Ladd Sr.'s career. So David grew up knowing the movie business inside and out. Like his sister, David started acting young. He was an uncredited little boy in Shane. His first proper role was in The Big Land, 1957. His big break came with The Proud Rebel in 1958. He was only 10, playing his dad's on-screen son, a boy mute after a trauma. His performance was a huge hit. The New York Times praised his surprising naturalness. He won a Golden Globe for Best Juvenile Performance and was even nominated for Best Supporting Actor against adults. This led to more starring roles for young David, The Sad Horse, 1959, A Dog of Flanders, 1960, and Misty, 1961. He also appeared in popular TV shows. As he got older, David kept acting, though less. You might have seen him in films like RPM, 1970, and The Wild Geese, 1978. But David didn't just want to act. He got a business degree from USC. Smart. He started to shift behind the camera, producing TV specials, including for his then-wife, Cheryl Ladd, Charlie's Angels. He then moved to Columbia Pictures as a creative executive. Then came a big step. In 1988, he joined his half-brother, Alan Ladd Jr., to form Pathé Films, the Ladd brothers working together. Pathé Films eventually bought MGM. David Ladd spent about 17 years connected with Pathé MGM as Executive Vice President of Production. He helped bring MGM back, overseeing movies like Get Shorty, 1995, Red Corner, 1997, The Cutting Edge, 1992. He kept making movies even when MGM changed owners twice. He left his executive job around 1998, but signed a deal to produce for MGM independently. Under his own company, David Ladd Films, He produced The Serpent and the Rainbow, 1988, a Wes Craven horror film. Filming was tough, but it did pretty well. Hearts War, 2002, a World War II drama with Bruce Willis. It had a big budget, but unfortunately didn't do well. A Guy Thing, 2003, a romantic comedy that also struggled. Independent producing is risky. David Ladd's personal life also kept him connected to Hollywood. He was married to Cheryl Ladd from 1973 to 1980. Their daughter, Jordan Ladd, is an actress. He later married actress Day Young, and their daughter is Shane Ladd. His current wife is actress Idita Brickta. David Ladd's career is fascinating. Award-winning child star, successful film executive, and independent producer. He truly experienced Hollywood from almost every angle. Each took the complex legacy of their famous father and Hollywood upbringing and forged something unique. They didn't all follow the same path, and that's what makes their story so interesting.